today's guests. Franzese and Nicky Paris are two of 2019's hottest comedians, and tonight you can catch them at the NYC comic strip to celebrate the 15th anniversary of Mean Girls. Everyone, please give a warm Build Brunch welcome to Franzese and Nicky Paris. Woo!
Hi.
Let's get all the way over.
Hi. We're gonna reach across.
Yes.
Yay.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Hi.
Welcome back.
We're just like, hi.
Hi.
Good to have you.
Good to be had.
Lucas, it's nice to see you with the shirt on.
Wow.
Nikki.
Yes.
I'm back. Lucas, you look like you've never tasted a Whopper, ever. I think you should try it. I think
They're
you're
good.
missing out.
They're good. I'll attest.
Follow
me on Instagram, everyone.
Yeah, check out those packs.
They're strapping all day.
Now, Danny, you're here because we want to talk about your show, a West Hollywood Brunch at the Comedy Store. You do it monthly.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
Well, it's a really awesome showcase in Los Angeles for LGBTQ comedians. You know, we're still sort of on the fringe of like the comedy scene. And we have our special night and we rock it out. It's like sold out, lines around the corner. Really fun. The audience goes nuts. We love it.
We had Sam Smith.
Yes, Sam Smith came to the show.
Wow, how
That's
was his
right.
comedy?
Get your tickets. Well, he just came and watched. And drooled at us, maybe.
I love him.
And Nicky, you perform there once a month, right?
Yeah, it's a
How's
monthly
that?
show. It's really exciting because it's like really like star-studded. Like you never know who's gonna be there. And to perform with this guy, I mean, I feel like the Janician to his Damien. So.
The comics that are on the show are just so sharp and so funny. And it's interesting because when you have a bunch of queer comedians together, it stops being about like, oh, hi, I'm queer, and it starts getting into like deeper
all just
perspectives.
hook up.
Yeah. Everybody knows we all use lube. It's just a given.
The secret's out.
Yeah.
And it's the only LGBTQ show at the store, right?
Yeah.
Right, currently, yeah.
Which is so impressive. And Nicky, you're headlining Caroline's on October 29th, right?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
I'm more nervous, but I'm really excited, and my mom is inviting a ton of cousins who have never met me before. My comedy is a little, let's say, edgy. So I told my mom to have a stretcher for them, just in case.
Right. Wow.
But Danny's gonna be performing with me.
Right.
And Gladys Simon, and October 29th, get your tickets, they're
my
on
God.
sale
It's
now.
part of the Breakout Artist Series, right?
Yeah.
That's
so
exciting.
come throw tomatoes, and being Italian, I'll just make it into a marinara sauce, okay?
And Nicky goes live on Instagram sometimes and has his conversations with Gladys.
Yeah.
And Gladys is an older woman. It's very, very funny. And
Yeah.
her advice to you. I love
She's been
it.
in therapy for 40 years.
Yeah.
And if you have a conversation with her, you'll know why. I love her. She's like my third grandma. But she told me that we may get married.
Okay.
Actually, because I want to get her apartment.
Keep your options
No,
open.
that's nice.
It's rent controlled at $1,600. I'm like Susie Orman. So
Hey, she was on that show. She would recommend that. But
Yes.
you're also performing, opening for Susan Westenhofer June 7th in Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon, I've never been.
You've never been
Ooh,
to
it's lovely.
You watched Portlandia at least?
I don't.
Okay.
I just think they have cows and goats. I don't really know.
Oh,
I
no.
think I was out sick that day in social studies, but I'll look it up.
I think you'll do well there.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you're most looking forward just to like meeting the people of Portland, the locals.
The Portlandians, is that
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
call them? Right. I'm very
Portland's
urban now.
awesome.
Have you performed at Portland?
I was Grand Marshal of their Pride one year. It's so much fun. It's
Wow.
such a great place.
I was pushing the float that year, actually. I got a chance to see the people. But yeah, I'm really excited.
And Danny, you have this nationwide Yas, Your Amazing stand-up comedy tour. Like, is that is that how you have to say it? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's just this, I've been doing my tour and I call it, yes, you're amazing, because that's all people say now is that things, you're amazing, your hair's amazing. Did you see it? It was amazing. Like, everything's like amazing.
Right.
But making people laugh, especially when I do the colleges and the young minds of today, that is amazing. And I've been having like such a great time with it. And I've been playing everywhere from like schools to theaters to clubs. It's been so much fun.
That's so fun. Sorry, and speaking of clubs, you're headlining the Comic Strip Live tonight.
Yeah.
For Mean Girls' 15th anniversary.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Wearing pink, even though it's not Wednesday.
Oh my God.
For tonight.
15 years. Tell us about, are you excited for tonight? And you'll be there too?
Yeah, Nick will be performing too. I'm really excited for tonight. You know, it's been 15 years, and so we made the show only $15, so we definitely will sell out. It's like so much fun. We have assembled a lot of the great Mean Girls that I know, including Nicky,
Yeah.
to be there and just have a great time.
Yeah, and has Mean Girls totally changed your life?
I mean, yeah, it's been like a big part of my life for a while. You know, I shied away from it for a long time until I found out sort of the impact that my character had on a lot of LGBTQ people growing up.
Yeah.
And now I lean into it. It's a lot of fun. I celebrate it. It's still a good movie. You know?
Yes.
believe it's
Oh
been
my God.
15 years?
Iconic.
It's still a lot of fun.
It was
I
such,
can't
I remember
believe-
when Damien and they're getting ready for the dance and you see the Madonna poster in the back. I'm like, oh, that's me. I had a Madonna poster in my room.
I love it.
I was so excited for that to get to see Damien's room and
Yeah.
he was
Yeah.
fans of, Have Mariah up there too.
I was gonna say Mariah was
Mariah,
up there.
the greatest
Yeah.
divas.
Who Mariah's like a huge Mean Girls fan. She has like Mean Girls themed parties.
Oh,
for
really?
real?
Yeah, she's like really into it. And then her song, Why You So Obsessed With Me.
Of course.
Like, so it's like very much a Mariah thing too. I'm a little afraid to meet Mariah because I like her so much that I don't,
Yeah.
Isn't
They say
everybody?
never meet your idols, right?
I don't know if that'll really work out. But
Yeah,
we'll see.
totally. Have you guys seen Mean Girls the musical?
I have, yeah. I went right after the opening. It was cool. It's kind of weird, like the gay guy who played the gay guy in the gay movie, watching the gay guy play the gay
Right.
guy in the gay musical. I thought I was gonna explode into purple glitter. I survived.
Yeah.
It's really great. I love how Damien's and Janice are the focus of the show and run the narrative, and I think
Yeah.
that really felt like an honor to me to see happen. It's weird because Damien in this version is a modern, updated Damien where he's sexually active and has all this other stuff, and my Damien was. The 2004's Damien, where he was still trying to figure out who he was. It's really amazing to see not only the trajectory of the source material, but also how far we've come as a community.
Yeah.
And reflected in art. So that was really dope.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Damien was always my favorite character. I feel like he had the best lines, really.
I mean,
Brittany's growing up as a young gay man.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Really resonated with
Really
Brittany.
vibe.
I think
related
it's
a lot
one of
to
the
Damien.
only characters too that actually have a cultural meaning for
Yes.
what it's done for gay people. All the other parts are great, don't get me wrong, and I love Anna Gasteyer.
Yeah.
But I feel like Damien was one of the few parts to really shape gay culture and really you saw a gay friend that was
Right.
available in everybody's homes.
But also just a kid who was really confident and just living his best life and being true to yourself is hard at that age. So I think I connected to that. He was just really doing his own thing.
yeah, I didn't feel when I was 16, I could be as comfortable as Damien.
Right.
So it was very therapeutic for me to be able to go and experience it through that lens.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Absolutely. So I know the West Hollywood Show also is a podcast.
Right, I have a new podcast that's going to be launching out in mid-May.
Yeah.
Where we're just sort of kikiing on the podcast, and it's all different LGBTQ comics and our idols and supporters and allies. So it should be really fun. I'm really excited. We have some great guests and
Yeah.
some really funny stories, some revelations.
How is the podcasting world different than stand-up? Because you guys do both. Do you feel more free on a podcast, or
For
what
sure,
are the?
I feel it's just this kind of an experience, where when you're doing comedy, you wrote jokes,
Yeah.
you've worked them, you fine-tuned them, and you're putting effort into that. And sort of the brunch, you just smoke a little or drink a little, and then turn the mic on.
If you like the sound of your own voice, it's very easy. It just bleeds into the other.
If you get a bunch of funny people in a room, it's interesting what they talk about when they don't feel like anyone's watching
Yeah.
and
Right.
the mics are on. So.
Yeah, that energy is probably really fun.
Yeah.
And Nikki, I know you have a new one, Daddy Issues, you're going to be on. So can you tell us
with
about that?
Dean McDermott and Adam Hunter, and it's also at the Comedy Store. It's our we're sisters.
Yeah.
In real life and at the Comedy Store. And that's launching in June. And so far we've had on Tori Spelling and Perez Hilton.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's very nerve-wracking. I mean, you guys are such pros at interviewing big people.
Yeah.
I'm like a nail biter. So after interviewing Tori Spelling, I am missing my pinky. But it's really exciting. It's not about what you think because Dean's a famous dad of 6, Adam's a newborn dad, and I'm 26 and I still need my dad. So
Yeah.
it's just different perspectives. I got a flat tire. I'm calling my dad from California. I'm call AAA. So it's just different perspectives because I'm really an adult, but not really. I need a lot of help. I need a paraprofessional.
A paraprofessional specifically.
Well, we wanted to play a quick little game with you guys called Labels and Tables.
Okay.
Not spin the bottle?
No,
No.
later.
Bummer.
Later.
It's downstairs in the basement after the show. But first, we want to do labels and tables. So inspired by Mean Girls, basically we show you a photo of a well-known celeb, and you guys get to tell us, what table you think they would sit at the cafeteria, or what group they'd be in. Label them a freak, a nerd.
Okay.
So first one is Oprah.
Oprah.
Sexually active band geek.
Probably.
She's on the trombone with Gail. Come on.
Yes, that makes sense. I see that for
Not the
Oprah.
cool black hotties?
That's unfriendly black
Unfriendly
hotties.
black hotties.
I think Oprah's really friendly. I imagine
Okay.
her if in high school to be really friendly.
Okay, fair.
I think she's slobbing on the trombone, but okay.
Clip that, please.
All right, what about Kris Jenner?
Like power hungry,
You guys
like
scared of Kris
nerds.
Jenner?
There's like
No,
the
I'm trying to
Tracy.
place her in.
I thought that was a picture of me at first. I was like, I look
I
great.
can see her makeup cakes on there.
I mean, maybe she might be at the plastic table. I don't know.
Ooh, yeah, you know
I
what?
can see that.
You know
With
what I'm
those
saying?
fillers,
She's
say
a queen
yes.
bee for sure.
Yeah, she's definitely queen bee.
She's a
Absolutely.
Gretchen. I think she's a Gretchen Wiener kind of knowing a lot of secrets.
Knows a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
secrets.
okay.
That could be.
I can see that.
Who's the one that made out with a hot dog?
Karen.
Karen. Okay.
Oh wait, no. Did she? Yeah, I don't
No.
remember. It wasn't Karen.
I don't remember. Do we have another?
Allie.
Yeah,
Noah
Noah
Centineo.
Centineo.
I was waiting for the photo.
Oh.
Noah Centineo. I think he's a hottie.
Yeah, probably. The jocks.
JV or varsity.
Right? JV. I definitely would butter his muffin.
Yeah, we talk about having sex with Noah Centineo like probably every day.
Oh,
On
okay.
this
I
show,
can get into
so,
that.
Right.
Yeah, do a whole 15 on that and you'll be good.
Up next, we have Cersei of House Lannister, first of her name. Where would we put her? I'm afraid if she's at the plastic, she just will end up killing everyone in the lunchroom.
No, she's like the athlete. You know, they're like overly aggressive.
Oh, yeah, the lacrosse
She's like
players.
playing lacrosse or field hockey. Like she has a lot of aggression. She's got to get
I
out.
could totally see that for sure.
Okay, good. We'll put with
All
that.
right, what about Billie Eilish?
Ooh.
She looks so happy as
I
usual.
feel like she's definitely at the art freak table.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, for
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, she was so
Me,
be
me,
friends with
me.
Damien.
Yeah, Damien and Janice, she's like right there with
Right
you could see her just painting a gravestone or something.
That is Janice, really. And then you two, Danny and Nikki.
Oh, I'm definitely a girl who eats her feelings.
Same.
And are you a girl that eats nothing at all then?
Have you seen these breasts? I don't think so. I don't know. Where do you think I'd be? Don't say something that's gonna make me cry.
Then I'm not gonna talk.
True.
Oh, well, Danny and Nikki, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.